I got sober almost 4 years ago after drinking alcohol every single day for over 4 years. And this was my biggest concern is that I was so young. I got sober at 23 and I was sad that I probably wouldn't ever be able to normally partake in drinking alcohol. There are even videos on my page talking about like feeling left out about going to like girls' brunch or popping champagne on my wedding night, which I'm literally getting married in April. And when I was saying those things and realizing those aspects of my life that were no longer going to be part of my story, part of my journey because of my sobriety, I didn't even have marriage on the horizon, but it was things that I felt like I was already missing out on, or things that were being taken away from me by choosing to get sober. Let me just say that sadness, that loss, eventually becomes something you're no longer sad about and you don't feel like you're losing or missing out on. In fact, you start being present for so many more moments in your life that you realize how much you were missing out on by partaking in drinking at social events and get-togethers. I now have such deeper, meaningful relationships with literally anyone and everyone that I come in contact with, because it's not just like a formality. I remember their name, I remember who they are, I remember what they said, how they acted, I remember my body language, their body language. I'm able to form like such more emotional connections to people with deeper meanings, which is by far way better than just popping a champagne bottle on your wedding night, or being hungover the next day, or being incredibly sick, or having to call out of work, or spending your last pennies on the next shot because you're going through withdrawals. I swear that it feels so intense and so sad in the moment when you first decide to get sober, but I promise you that it goes away, and those good things that come with sobriety outweigh the things that you think in this moment that you're missing out on or losing. I thought when I got sober that maybe one day I would be able to normally drink and participate in drinking alcohol socially, and it's not even a desire of mine now. I had no idea that I was going to get to a point where I just genuinely didn't want to drink. And that for me has been one of the most beautiful things in this process of sobriety. I will say there are still some times, there are very few moments, but there are a few moments where I do feel like, like I get this sense of like, well, I can't do that because I'm doing this, but it immediately goes away and is fulfilled and overcome by something so much more beautiful and greater. I promise you that not drinking and choosing not to drink comes with so many better things than you will ever believe that it does until you experience it.